Good news is not teaching. It's not an ethic. It's not a discipline. It's not a philosophy that says, this is what you need to do. It says, this is something that's been done for you. And as a result, Jesus, by using the word gospel, tells us that history to Christians, history to Christianity, the historic events that surrounded the founding of Christianity are far, far, far more important than the historical events that surround the beginning of any other religion. I've just recently been reading a little bit about the origins of Buddhism, and I like Buddhism, and I always enjoy the story. And of course the account is that there was a man named Gautama who was a prince in India, and his father had given him a kind of sheltered life, but he went out 4 nights in a row. One night he had the first distressing sight. He saw sickness. The second night he saw age. The third night he saw death, and so on. And after that he decided to figure out the mystery of life, and he sat under a tree. And after he realized that, he stood up and he spoke to his disciples and he enunciated the Four Noble Truths. Now, the point, as interesting as the historical events are about Buddha, the historical events around Muhammad, all the historical events tell you is how they learned the way of salvation. But in Christianity, the historical events of Jesus' life are the way of salvation. Utterly different. Because other religions say, here's how to reach up to God. Other religions are a philosophy, but Christianity is a gospel. It's saying God's reached down. It's a historic event. What's the historic event? God has broken through. He's broken through. A cleft has been opened in the pitiless walls of the world. There's a concrete slab between the ideal and the real. And the ideal has broken through and become real. God has become human. And he's died on the cross, and he was raised from the dead, and he's dealt with the barriers of sin and evil between us and God. Very different. Historical events of Jesus' life don't explain how he learned the way of salvation. They are the way of salvation.